Hey there, everybody. This is Rev Bruce, and I'm back here once again with some Bible study help. And today I want to help you with finding out how to read parallel Bible translations online for free. So let's begin right here with the problem. And the problem is we want to find out how to read parallel Bible translations online for free. And the main problem with that is when print, we usually have multiple translations, but they take up a lot of shelf space, and we really got to have that in multiple books, and so that takes up space. That also takes up time, and we're all spread out all over the place. And if we do get a translation that is a parallel Bible, they're usually limited and they're expensive. So here's a solution. Let's look at looking online. This is readily available, and it's a lot easier than jumping from Bible to Bible and having stacks of Bibles, going back and forth and looking into different pieces. They provide references and resources as well. But a parallel Bible translation view online will give you a side-to-side view of the text, and you can read those, and you can also compare them side by side. And so I'm going to use two different sites. I'm going to use BibleGateway.com and Bible.com, two popular sites for reading and studying the Bible. And so we're going to start with BibleGateway.com. And what we have here is we're going to go with Acts chapter 8. Here's the NIV version. And I want to see what other versions I can see this in parallel format. I hit that button right there with the side by side. I get Acts in the New International Version, and I get Acts in the New Living Translation version. Well, what if I want to say, okay, let me see that in something else? And so I can go here and pick through the different versions, and I'll say the New Century Version. And it changes for me right there, and I've got them side by side with a optimal view of both texts in translation side by side for me to view, compare, read, study, and take that in however I want to. Very simple. Takes limited amount of time, limited amount of technical skills. All you have to do is remember to go to this add parallel button, and then that will get you into a position to where you can view it and see it again. And for me, I can go as far as 3 right now. That would help me, and I can compare them, read them, study them, and see what they have in common and where they differ, what may be missing from a more dynamic translation than what's captured in a literal word-for-word translation. And so right there, that's just an added tip for utilizing Bible Gateway and its resources in order to have a parallel Bible translation view side by side. So what do, right, with Bible.com? With Bible.com, that's simple. Bible.com is one that we may be familiar with if you have the quote-unquote Bible app. Bible.com is the same as that Bible app, and it's what we used to call YouVersion. All right. And so when we talk about it, YouVersion is now what we call Bible.com, or you can still call it YouVersion. Either way, they still take you to the same place. And so on Bible.com, if we'll say, let's stick with Micah 6 here that we have from one of my devotional readings. And with that one, here is the parallel button. And it says parallel, and it also shows you the parallel image. I'll add parallel, right? And it'll give me the New King James side by side with the King James Version. And what I'll do is say, well, I want to use another translation. Here's translations I've recently used, right? And here are other translations that are available. So I'm going to go with let me go with the Contemporary English Version. right? And I'll put those side by side. I'll be able to read them, compare them, right? My footnotes are still here, my references, right? Those are available for me to click and look at. And if I want to go ahead and make some changes with the text right there and how I can view it, that's fine. If I want to listen to it, it's not available on here, but on different versions of the Bible, you have the audio available. And let me show you here. We'll come back here and we'll use the American Standard Version, right? And that's usually available for audio, but we know that if we break it down, we can listen to the American Standard Version if we do this and exit the parallel mode and take it from there. And so this is simple, it's free, it's open to you, it's a strategy that can help you when you want to look at the Bible, like I said, from multiple translations, when you want to do a comparison of what may not be found in NIV or the New Century Version or even the New Living Translation. Those are more modern, everyday language translations that are more dynamic equivalent and are about thought for thought and not word for word, as opposed to the New King James, the New American Standard Version, and the ESV, which are more literal translations, which take it word for word and try to carry that through with the author's intent, as we would say, with the author's intent for the reader. And that's how we're able to continue with our Bible study and utilize different tools as well as different resources in support of what we're doing in our Bible study. Hey, make sure that you check out more from Bible Study Help. Make sure you hit like or subscribe, and definitely make sure you tune in. Every Wednesday, I do a Bible study with Pastor Powell, and we're on YouTube, same channel, 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time every Wednesday. We're still continuing the Jeremiah journey, so join us. We're more than halfway through, but join us and learn some more about the weeping prophet of God and what his message says to all of us. And so God bless. Continue to be strong in the word, and I hope this helps somebody understand how to read parallel Bible translations online for free. God bless.